Hey guys, Tanky here, welcome back to New Vegas. Today we're going to kick things off by doing some quests with the Boomers, because Mr. House wants us to convince them to support him. So we will travel over to the Nellis Air Force Base and have a chat with them, see what they're wanting.
Mother Pearl's instructions are clear. You can move freely around Nellis, and artillery spotters have orders not to fire on you. These are extraordinary privileges. Don't abuse them. Long story short, the power failed a few days ago because giant ants have tunneled into the generator room and set up a nest. I led a team down to exterminate them, but there were so many of them. We lost. 2 killed, 3 wounded. Personally, I think it's more than a savage can handle. But if you want to kill those ants and switch the power back on, feel free. Sure, anyone can. But there's more than a few down there. See for yourself. One other thing. The ants must be eating gunpowder from the munitions down there, or something. They exploded when hit by a flamethrower. One of us was using a laser pistol. Same thing. Bullets seem okay. Just don't hit the artillery shells. Loyal's been working on some kind of weapon to use against them. Maybe you should check with him.
Okay, so we're going to hunt down some ants. Lucky for us, we don't really use much flamethrowers or energy weapons. We're mainly using ballistic weapons. Test out this new battle rifle. So, I mean, I'm pretty happy to just take them on with my weapons. I'm not going to go see Loyal to pick up the special weapon. I think he's got like a emitter that just like sends a wave and just kills them, but I'm happy just to shoot him down, honestly. Bit of action. This is a dedicated quest. Ant misbehaving. Just going to walk a little bit further back here to pick up the location. I don't know why it's so... The location is marked so far at the back here. Come on. You want to have this fast travel. Here we go. Nellis Array. Yeah, because the Air Force Base is huge. Like, you tend to walk all the way across it. It takes a while. Head in there. Yeah, I don't think that'll be much trouble. The battle rifle's really good. I think this is based on like a M1 Grand. It's got a pretty cool little reload animation. Hitting them at this point should be pretty easy. I know Raquel did mention to not hit the artillery shells. I don't know if I've ever actually seen that cause any trouble. Also, jumping that was kind of risky. I might just for fun see what happens if I do hit them. Is that them over there? Goodness. Okay, she was not kidding around. Brutal. Oh my goodness, I was not ready for that. And there's more here. Oh my... I haven't seen that before. That's brutal. Lots of ammo down here. I can't believe this isn't stealing. I mean, I guess it's payment. I've got to heal up now. I've just caused some big damage to myself. I know like one of the quality of life changes they did in the new Fallout games is like you can see the contents of a container without actually individually opening it. And that is pretty, you know, nice quality of life game mechanic. I believe I meant to turn some switches on down here. Who knows? Is there those orange switches there? That guy was a bit tougher. Yeah. I think the next one's upstairs. I thought you had to go down those little tunnels. close. Oh, the power's on. Come on, big guy. Okay, so what is it saying? Do I still have to take the ants out? Kill the ants. I mean, I could aim down sight. Oh, Thump Thump. I forgot about that. The unique grenade rifle. Have a look at that in a second. I mean, I don't think it'll be any good right now versing these ants. It's a low explosive rating to use it. 71 damage. Kinda looks cool. We'll stick to Old Faithful for now. I really like the unique weapons in this game. Like, you know how you go to different locations and like grab, you know, the different unique versions of the weapons. I mean, I do like the new legendary system in Fallout 4. There's like random perks on weapons. But yeah, I definitely think it's nice to have both. Like Fallout 4 does have that. They do have like the unique versions that have like the guaranteed legendary perks. But yeah, I feel like they do it very well in this game. We've got to be close to taking them all out. One more. Off his head. Got to be close. Yes, all the ants are down. We can go see Raquel and see what she says. I think the Boomer's biggest weakness is their armor. Like, they've only really got like pilot jumpsuits or something. They don't have much protection on the armor front. What are they wearing? They've got like the Vault suit. Oh yeah, it's just a Vault suit really. Vault 34, as I said. These guys came from Vault 34.
I see the power's back on. The ants are all dead? Maybe Pearl is right about you, because I don't know how you pulled that off. I'll tell Loyal to send someone down to clear out the eggs and repair the generators. Good work.
Here we go. Now we're cooking with gas. I've put a few up to 25 just to hit the base requirement for a few weapons. And I'm going to put the rest into medicine just because I want to get some more benefit from stim packs. We're going to check out the rest of the boomers and see what they're looking for as far as help is concerned. I think one of the things Pearl mentioned was going to see someone for a tour of the boomers. In this tour, I think he does say like the origin of them, so we can confirm their connection with Vault 34 with this tour guide. Here it is, the Boomer Museum.
You're the outsider. Mother Pearl sent word that you'd be stopping by. You must be eager to hear the story of our people. Wonderful. I'm sure you've noticed the mural on the wall of this hut. Shall I tell you what it all means? Excellent. Imagine you're the first outsider to ever hear our tale. Ages ago, long before I was born, we lived underground. Everyone had guns, but the overseer wouldn't let us explode anything, not even a hand grenade. We left and wandered the wastes. There were savages with knives. We blew them up with frag mines and grenades, burned them with flamethrowers. Here we have prospered and multiplied. Here our mighty guns destroy any savages who might try to harm us before they can even reach our gates. Well, until... But... Not saying you want to harm us or you're a savage, but anyways. Nellis has revealed many secrets. It has taught us how to fly the bombers once based here, and it has taught us where to find one. And that is our story so far. for this last image is our future. To restore the bomber, to fly the open skies in armored safety, raining high explosive ordnance upon ignorant savages. This is our destiny.
Yeah, so he does mention here they want to restore a bomber, which is a bit of foreshadowing for what's to come on the quest front. Yeah, a bit of a summary. So it did come from Vault 34, and he did mention that they had lots of weapons. So yeah, Vault 34 was the vault full of weapons, as we saw previously in the armory. Yeah, it's good. Oh, another location marker, Nellis Hangars. This is the good one to have, because then you could just fast travel and you're like in the middle of the base. It's a huge base. I realised when I was in the museum I didn't pick up the snow globe, which I'm glad that I realised it was here, because otherwise I probably would have been kicking myself later on. I don't claim to be an expert with collectibles in this game. Like, I know there's a snow globe at Hoover Dam, there's the one in the Lucky 38 we've got. Honestly, off the top of my head, I probably don't know where they all are. I know there's some in the DLCs as well. I'm just trying to think where they are. Is this one of those things where, like, I don't really set memory collectibles? Like, I remember where a lot of the unique guns are because they're so cool that, you know, you can't really look past, like, hunting down a powerful weapon or a really cool weapon.
So you're the outsider. Lived your whole life out there, huh? Wow. I always thought you savages probably spoke a different language. But I hear you sound like us. What I could use is some scrap metal. It may not sound exciting, but around here we have to recycle every rivet and plate. The other thing, you being from the outside and all, well, I guess you'd call it a personal matter, but, well, forget it. That must be nice, sharing yourself like that, not being embarrassed or anything. Well, the thing is, there's this girl. Oh, you can't miss her. She has short red hair and she's the most beautiful woman who ever lived. You'd really talk to her for me? What if she feels the same way? What if she comes here like you did? What if she gets blown up? What if she doesn't like me? Oh, geez. I better just let you handle it. I'm better with machines. They don't make my stomach queasy like this. That would be amazing. As in, I would thank you forever.
Jack is kind of nice, you know. How he's got a little crush. By the way, like, he mentioned he could do some scrap metal. Few interesting notes about that. In this building, you could probably round up a fair bit of scrap metal just taking it or stealing it, and then give it back to him. And this is one of the mechanics in this game that's kind of like an elegant design, because if you give him scrap metal, it will award you a certain amount of, like, positive karma with this faction. So, like, if you do something that they don't like, you could offset the, you know, bad reputation you've got with them by just providing scrap metal. And all the main factions have a mechanic like this. Like, with the, I'm just trying to think. I think, like, NCR is NCR dog tags. Brotherhood is still, is it hollow tags or something? But I feel like there wouldn't be that many. And then there's also, there's Legion ears. So there's a few different mechanics to, like, prove to a faction or, like, provide a certain resource that, like, gives you positive reputation. So hypothetically, if you wanted to become idolized, you could just simply provide scrap metal to Jack. But we're gonna do the Young Hearts quest and see if we can find love for him. So it looks like it's at Crimson Caravan, which we might as well go in there anyway and talk to Ringo. Haven't been in there yet.
Evening.
So Ringo should be a bit around. Oh, here he comes.
Hey there. Here's the rest of the payment I promised you back in Good Springs.
150 boulder caps isn't bad.
I'm getting ready to run a caravan up towards Utah. There's a town called New Canaan which is supposed to be pretty prosperous. The Crimson Caravan doesn't have any branches out that way, so it'll be up to me to get things started.
No, what are the rules of caravan? No, I don't want to know much about that right now. we don't have an hour to kill to relearn it.
I've
Here
heard
you go, Janet.
you should go talk to Blake or Alice. They handle most of our contact with visitors. I watch all sorts of things with my binoculars. Who wants to know? And why?
Has a crush on
Nice
you.
looking blonde boy? I always wondered if he was watching me back. What's he like? Really? That's so sweet. I'd love to go meet him. Is there any way the boomers would let me visit Nellis?
Well, you don't want to lie, because then she'll just run up to the boomers and they'll blow her to smithereens.
This is so exciting. Let me know how it turns out.
We'll talk to Pearl and try to convince her. I mean, we've got 100 speeds. We're pretty convincing these days. So we'll go back to the hangars. I think this is like such a great concept for a quest. Like, you know, there's it's essentially like the Romeo and Juliet, like the forbidden love, looking at each other across, you know, kilometers with binoculars, and you know, there's a little spark there, and then you happen to be part of a faction that don't let anyone in, and if anyone comes to your borders, you blow them up with explosives. Like, you know, it's high stakes.
How is your visit with us going, stranger? Well, well, this is welcome news. Who is she? She's with those traders? They've tried to contact us before, but I'm not interested in trading with greedy savages. This presents a bit of a problem. Jack isn't allowed to leave Nellis, and I doubt she would make it through the artillery alive. I suppose Jack deserves a chance at love. You can tell Jack she has a free pass to enter, but he is responsible for her actions. Do not make me regret this decision, outsider.
I mean, it's funny, like, we're just the middleman. I mean, she has said that Jack is responsible, but yeah, she's very stuck in her ways. I mean, they're a faction that's been through a lot. Like, you can understand why they're very defensive and very cautious in their actions.
Have you seen her? The redhead of my dreams? She does? You mean it? That's incredible. What happens next? Can she come here? How do we make sure she doesn't get blown up? Should I talk to the gunners or to Pearl? Here, take this boomer outfit. I'll let the gunners know she's coming, and not to shoot at her.
Okay, we'll go talk to her again and get her over here. Feel like a matchmaker. Love is in the air. Should have made this a Valentine's Day special.
Hello again. How's your boomer friend? I was hoping you would. What's going on? Have they agreed to my safety yet? There's one more thing. I have a work contract with the Crimson Caravan, and if I walk away, I lose the wages they owe me. Could you do just one more thing for me and talk to Alice McLafferty about it? I know if I do it, she'll just say no. I'd hate to lose the money.
It's so funny, like, these guys do ask for a fair bit. Like, I've just pulled so many strings with the Boomers, a faction that is very strict about security, and then on top of that, I've got to go negotiate a salary as well. Bloody kids. Interesting.
Welcome to the Crimson Caravan Company New Vegas branch. What may I do for you? Ah, yes. Her infatuation with a boomer she's never met. It's a small camp. Word gets around. She's aware she's breaking her contract, which is undoubtedly why she sent you to talk to me instead of coming herself. Janet is free to leave, but she forfeits the wages she's owed. That's the price of contract breaking. Take it or leave it.
Here we go, speech 75.
Being sentimental is not how I made the Crimson Caravan so successful, but I'll allow it, just this once. Janet will be paid what she's owed. Consider it a gift.
This is why speech is so strong in this game, and charisma, the actual special stat, is essentially pointless. You've got 0 charisma, but the 100 speech just carries you through the game. in a way, it's almost too strong. Like, the speech skill itself is kind of crazy. Like, I think, in a way, they did it a little bit better in Fallout 3, where it's still like a dice roll. You know, your speech can be good, but it's still a little bit randomized.
Have you spoken with McClafferty yet? That's great. I can't believe you went through all this trouble for me. Thank you.
Yeah, you're right, it went through trouble. It'll be all worth it though, you know, when we see the spark.
Hello. It's great to finally meet you.
Hi there. It's great to meet you as well.
I'm glad you made it out here. You're even more stunning up close than you were at a distance.
And you're even more handsome up close. Do you think it'll be okay if I hang around here for a little while, so we can get to know each other better?
Of course it would. I'll have you set up with some quarters with some of the other women.
The way they had that conversation with her standing on the bench above him and facing the other way, it was ridiculous. Not to mention, it's currently 1:57 a.m. Like, that is the most unhinged start of a relationship I've ever seen.
Things are getting stranger every day.
Yeah, that was strange. Okay, Jack, let's talk.
Thank you for getting Janet to Nellis. I've never been so happy in my entire life. Like I said, I can never get enough scrap metal.
Okay. Love is in the air. Good on them, you know. Here's the medical station, which I believe there's a doctor that needs some help in here.
I know Mother Pearl is letting you wander Nellis as you please, outsider, but I have patients to tend to. I have 3 patients here who were gravely injured fighting those giant ants in the generator building a few days ago. I've stabilized their wounds, but they're in bad shape. Do you have medical training?
Well, I guess we're gonna lie.
Well, I don't know, actually. I suppose it's possible. You should take a look.
We're just gonna have to, use our silver tongue. I'm not gonna attempt to treat him because it probably won't go good. I don't think there's much we can do here. We might focus on areas that we can actually do something. I do plan to get my medicine skill up, so at some point I might be able to help them.
I hope Pearl knows what she's doing, letting you wander around Nellis as you please. If that's so, how about you look into repairing the solar arrays on the roof of the generator building? Nothing too complicated about it, but it's a long ways to walk my old bones, and there's been that ant problem over near there. You can't miss the array. It's on top of the generator building smack dab in the middle of Nellis, between the 2 runways.
Got to repair some solar panels. I doubt my repair skill will be enough to do it without the spare parts. We'll go have a quick look, but I don't think it's going to go well. Yeah, 65 repair. I'm definitely going to have to get the parts. I think that's at Helios 1. Yep, looks like it. Helios 1 does have a pretty good quest, with some pretty funny, interesting characters. So we'll definitely come back and do some work here. But for now, we'll just probably grab these solar parts. I might even avoid the NCR if possible. They're just a nuisance, they'll just tell me off. But I can probably speech check them. Just gonna quickly grab these parts and go about my business. Didn't really talk to anyone inside. A bit of a maze in there, but I've got outside now, so grab these things. This should be the last one. pretty nice. You get XP for every individual array you repair. Considering it's not even a repair check anymore. And that's all the arrays repaired. Go talk to Loyal.
Hello, outsider. Need something? Well, how about that? Turns out you aren't completely useless working with your hands.
So we're liked now, which is good news. Looks like we can return to Pearl and have a chat with her and see what she says.
No time to talk outside. You have done well to earn the trust of my people, child. I believe the time has come for you to show your value in full. The people have come to accept having you around. Find Loyal and ask him about our people's fondest dream. He will tell you what to do next.
Pearl sent word saying it's all right to tell you about the lady in the water. A long time ago, long before the war that killed just about everything that ever lived, a bomber crashed not far from here. A bomber was a flying contraption that could drop explosives down on anything it flew over. But anyway, moving on. This bomber crashed down in Lake Mead, pretty damn near intact. When we got to Nellis, see, I found this article in a magazine all about it. There was another B-29 around here, part of a museum. Couldn't fly, but had a lot of spare parts, see? Get where I'm going? Since I was a young man, I've dreamed of raising that lady from the lake and bringing her back to life. What do you say? Attach deployable ballast to the plane and float it on up. Here is a remote detonator. Once the ballast is attached to the plane, just hit the detonator from the shore and let buoyancy handle the rest. Good. Here's the deployable ballast. Go find the plane, attach the ballast, and hit the button. Might try holding your breath. If that doesn't sound good enough, talk to Jack. He was working on a rebreather once.
So talking to Jack and getting the rebreather is optional, but I like to do it because the rebreather is really good. Not that there is a lot of swimming in this game. Like, it would have been handy to have the rebreather when we did Vault 34. Just because, like, your breath that you're given when you swim underwater is pretty brutal, like, and you drown so quickly if you do lose your breath. We'll just see what he wants. I know there's some parts required to make it.
I've never been so happy in my entire life.
I'm glad he's happy.
I just need some parts from a pressure cooker to create a hermetic seal for the rebreather.
Okay. Have to find a pressure cooker. So here in one of the Novak houses there's a pressure cooker. It is, you know, stealing, but, you know, I need it. You know, I need to be able to breathe underwater. Also, I'm pretty sure this is... Yeah, Jeannie Mae Crawford's house. She's dead. Boone shot her, so... You know, I feel like I've inherited that. She didn't have a will. It was a whole thing. You know, it's mine.
I've never been so happy in my entire life.
I like how he says that every time you talk to him now. He's so nice.
Have you found a pressure cooker so I can finish the rebreather? Thanks. This will just take a few moments. Okay, it looks like the valve from the cooker was a perfect fit. Here's the rebreather.
So rebreather. Water breathing. Looks kind of cool as well. And it's good that, like, you can wear it with the beret. So I'm going to keep it on. Like, it's damage resistance 3 anyway. Really disappointed about the recon armor, by the way. I want my power armor back, but I just don't have any non-Brotherhood of Steel power armor right now. We are going to go for this downed bomber, the B-29. Sadly, this area is all Deathclaw territory. I think there's like Cazadors like here, and there's Deathclaws somewhere in this area as well. Like, we know the Brotherhood of Steel safe house is Death Claws all over here as well. Pretty horrible place. So, might approach from, what is that, the east? Which is over near the Followers outpost. Might approach from there and do some swimming. We've got the rebreather, we can go for a swim. Luckily there's not really much threats in the water in this game. Like, there's no like big sharks or anything crazy. I think there are some, they call them like lake lurks. Yeah, like that's a lake lurk there. And they do have a projectile as far as I'm aware, so gonna try to steer clear of them. But I don't believe they can attack you while you're in the, like, while they're in the water. And if you're out here, you're pretty safe. There it is, the big bird. So we've got the ballast on there. Just got to go to the shore and use the detonator. Detonator here. Beautiful, look at that. It's up. Colville Bay. Yeah, there's the Cazador. If I had to guess what's in here, I'm gonna say maybe like a star bottle cap and some like ammo. Oh, I'm not expecting rats. Yep, there's the star bottle cap. Few medical supplies. There's some money. Nothing crazy good in there. No, not much really. We'll head back to the boomers.
It's going to be a dream come true once you've raised that bomber from Lake Mead. That's tremendous. I'll transmit instructions to the robots to start packing up the plane to bring it back to Nellis. Hey, I'd better get rolling. Jack and I have a lot of work ahead of us.
Hello, friend. How can Mother Pearl be of help today? What you have done for us is a miracle, child. You have fulfilled the only dreams we ever had outside our walls. You are a trusted friend of us all. If there is ever a way for us to help you, child, tell me, and I will make it so. Of course, my child. After all that you have done for us, we would love to help you in the upcoming battle. After all the training in virtual reality, the young ones would relish an opportunity to put their skills to battle. We'll be there when you need us.
Idolized, that's what you want to see. It's really good they're on our side and they're willing to back us up in the Battle of the Hoover Dam. We'll go have a chat with Mr. House and see what he says. He's going to be pretty impressed, I think.
Any progress with the boomers? Well done. The boomers' firepower may prove an advantage when the battle for Hoover Dam comes around. Your next assignment won't take you far. It concerns the Omertas and their den of vice, Gomorrah. As the decisive encounter between the bull and the bear looms close, my concerns about the Omertas have grown. I've never expected loyalty, mind you. A reliably underhanded tribe is just as constant to deal with as one that always runs true. But that's just it. Lately, the Omerta's cooperative silence has been deafening. Not a single complaint. They're up to something. The Omertas are fanatically loyal to each other. Still, among any group, one can find the occasional degenerate. Gomora's receptionist happens to be one. For years, she passed on whispers of what was taking place at the casino in exchange for payment. A few months ago, she clammed up. Odds are she's scared. But I've had no way of approaching her. Start with her.
Okay, so we've got a lead. Gonna have a chat with the Emeritus and work out what's happening. Because we've made good progress with Mr. House, it's warning us that the Legion and the NCR will no longer work with you if you go too far in a particular style to end the game. So, like, I believe if we finish this quest, then we can't do the Legion or the NCR final quest or do any work with them. So I probably won't do the House Always Wins 4 for quite some time, because I think you get Legion assassins after you if that happens. So how little we know is definitely going to be put on the back burner, just to not cause any issues as far as, like, I just want to be able to explore freely and do some, like, more side quests. What I'm going to do is probably call it a part now. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll pick it up next time and, yeah, keep going. Thanks, guys. Bye.